Okay, so at this point now, there's a couple things you can do. First thing that you can do is if you wanted this as a link to be able to send to somebody, you would actually go up into here, click on Publish Online, and it'll take you through the process, and it'll give you a link to copy, okay? So quick last minute overdub here. This is the dialog box you get. You can put in the title, put in your description. We want a single, we want all the pages. We don't want to block any of those other things. You don't want people to download this into a PDF because none of the animation is going to work. Okay, so now it's going to process its way through depending upon your upload. And this is the other downside of having all embedded videos, because it still does have to upload. And this will sit housed on the Adobe site. It's part of your subscription. Upload, upload, upload. And here we go. So we have, you can view it, you can copy the link, you can share it with social media. There's a number of options you have. You are going to want to copy the link, but now I'm going to click on view, and this is exactly what it'll look like if someone clicks on the link you send them. Okay, so here's our page, here's our questions, here's our logos. I'll click on the one logo. It'll take us to it. Our three buttons are working like they're supposed to. We'll do a quick link to the video just to see if it's going to work. And it's going to open up into the correct video. And there we go. So now it's a matter of going back, getting if you want to do that. And for a portfolio, you can, because actually then you can take the link. It's housed on Adobe's site as part of your subscription. You can take the link and then put it in a PDF as a CV so that it's part of your CV or resume. But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to go to File, Export. So we're going to make an iBook out of this. So we're going to take away the draft. We're going to call it Project Portfolio version 1. I am just going to save it to the desktop for now. We're going to go with what's called a fixed layout. Now, I'll click on this so you can see. You can save it. You couldn't save this as a PDF because some of the animation and the video won't work. But the two EPUBs are fixed layout and reflowable. Reflowable is more with a book, so that when you are changing, if you're going from an iPad to a Kindle to a phone, the text is going to reflow. You try that here and it's going to look absolutely garbage. So we're going to go with a fixed layout, which means regardless of what it's on, everything's going to stay where it's supposed to. We're going to go to save. Now it's going to give us some interesting stuff to do. And so if you're doing books or whatever, you can go to the metadata, where you can put in a title, who the creator is, the date, some description about it. Is there some rights issue? Is there publishing? Is there some subject matter stuff you want to go with? Conversion settings. Sometimes with JPEGs, this will do some weird stuff, but we're not going to worry about that at this point in time. And then the general stuff, we want all pages. Now for the cover, you can rasterize the first page so that it becomes much like, so it becomes a good image. You can say none, so it is just that first part. We'll just none for now. We don't have a table of contents because it's not a book. And then our spread control, because we're not a book again, it's based on document setup. Okay, so then we're going to go to OK. It is now going to do its churning. It's exporting. This should only be about 15 or 16 meg because it's a fairly small video, which is why I gave you the video. So here's our project portfolio 1. Get rid of that, Jeff. And here is the actual finished product. So what you'll see along the bottom, so you can scroll right like a book, but we don't want to do that, right? We want to actually click on the logo, have it come up like this. Make sure everything is working again fine. From within this, you're going to ask, it's going to give you a permission link to say, can you go in out? Yes, we already know it works. We're going to go back to our there's our three things. Okay, see now, in the ebook, and this is what I was looking for in the preview, but wouldn't get it. But in the ebook, you actually get the arrow. So if I click on that, it's going to automatically play it. Or if I click anywhere, it's going to pause it. That's what I was looking for. But it's not in the preview, but it is in the finished product. So sometimes when you're working on something very complex, next project, you can't see everything in the preview, so you occasionally have to do an export. You're not going to give it to anybody, but so that you can see what the true finished product is going to look like. Awesome. So there's a concept of a portfolio. You have your finished ebook now, and take it, play around with it, get used to it. We're going to, Project 2 is going to build on a lot of these skills because it's a discovery learning. We're going to start with a map similar to that, but the way we're going to navigate around is quite different. But it's the front part is different, the back part is very similar, but it'll give you a chance to, so what you've learned here is going to, basically we're scaffolding on what's going to be next, okay? Excellent work. Give me your comments, share your comments with each other. Great job. See you next project.